Hi everyone, here's a roundtable chat with Dani Harmer, otherwise known as Tracy Beaker, for her appearance in Strictly Come Dancing. So Dani, how's the training going? What's been happening?
Yeah, it's going really well actually. I've really enjoyed this week because we're doing the salsa, so it's a bit more me. I think I get to show my personality off a lot more, and I love the song that we're dancing to as well. So I think that helps.
Can you say what the song is yet?
Yeah, we're doing "Mama Do the Hump."
Oh right,
yeah.
Excellent.
It's a good one, man.
Yeah, it's a good song.
So clever. It's a good one.
And I saw you guys on It Takes Two. I mean, it's some footage of training. Looks like you're getting on really well, isn't it?
Yeah, we do get on really well. I love him. He's awesome. He has me in stitches every day. And he's a wicked dancer, wonderful teacher, lovely person to be around. No, he's
and now
wicked.
the truth. You know, what's he really?
No. Yeah.
And why is he such a good teacher? What is it about Vincent? Because
it's just brilliant, and because he's so passionate about dancing, it kind of rubs off on you as well. But he's patient as well, and he makes it fun, and he's not too strict, which is good.
Do you get to go out after work or training?
No, I don't think we
there's
can
no time
handle
for
it.
anything else, and also especially after this week, and it's also we're allowed to do 3 lifts, and especially one of the lifts is quite long. It's actually 3-4 lifts put together.
Wow.
So we've been,
Achy.
be achy. So yeah, when we finish our training, it's been very intense, especially after last week. We wanted to come back much stronger, so we've been rehearsing, longer hours, and everything has been harder. So after training, there's nothing else we can do
Apart from sleeping.
yeah, sleeping.
So does that mean you're off the booze?
Off the booze, yeah.
Oh yeah.
For now, yeah.
Yeah.
After Saturday though, when it's all over and done with, I'll have a couple just to relax.
Were you disappointed after last week?
I wasn't disappointed, I was just a bit more frustrated with myself because I know I've done it better and I just didn't want to let Vincent down. But hopefully this week I won't let my nerves get to me as much because I did look absolutely terrified. So I'm just going to enjoy it more. And as I say, I really like the dance, so you can't help but enjoy it.
So were you worried about these 3 lifts when Vincent said what you had?
Well, it's one of them, to be honest with you, for a while it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
We were trying and trying, that's why probably we were hating more, because we were trying, and then finally we managed to crack it, and it worked for a while. But again, there's always that risk, with the live show. You're never gonna know, it's, I pick her up and she puts the leg up over my head, turns around, I put it upside down, so it's quite tricky. So, but I like the risk, it's good time now to risk.
Yeah.
Have you had any accidents?
We've actually not. We've been alright, haven't we?
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
we just keep getting tangled up.
Yeah.
That's probably the worst
Yeah.
that's happened so far. So yeah, so far so good.
Yeah,
Tangled
tangled
up.
up.
Get tangled up on Saturday.
I really, really hope not.
It could happen.
What are the chances?
The chances are probably about 50-50 at the minute.
Well, the salsa is all about, arms and
There's a
tricky
lot of
movements,
arms.
and the song wasn't too fast, because actually the basic, if we do the basic with the rhythm, it's actually quite easy. So I was getting bored with it. So instead of speeding up the music, I speed up the choreography. So the choreography is quite tricky, and you can easily get tangled up, as Dani said, And if we miss a hand or anything, that's it.
So it sounds quite ambitious for a second dance.
It is.
Out.
It is.
Why? I mean, why go?
I
for
wanted
it so
to
early?
go because, in my opinion, the first week, all of us, professional celebrity, we had 3 weeks to prepare one dance for the first show. And for me, the competition starts now, where you've got less days, less time. So I want to show everyone that we potentially could make it all the way to the final, to show that actually we're going to be improving from the first week, where maybe some of the couple hopefully would be struggling this week. That's my plan.
And did you want to be more ambitious this week?
Yeah, definitely. I like the fact that Vincent has made it harder and is pushing me a bit more, because we could easily go out there and do like a really simple dance and make it look nice, but I want to be challenged. I want to be able to pull it off, so hopefully that's what we're
It's
going
an
to do
investment.
on
I'm investing.
It's an
for the
He's
future,
investing, yeah.
Dani, I was going to ask you, this has been really full on for you and you've had your mind focused. So I read about how you split with your boyfriend. Has it helped you get over that? Has it been good for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's distraction from everything, really. Strictly does completely take over your life. So the only man in my life right now is Vincent, and I'm quite happy with that.
Are you happy being newly single? Are you going to use the show to maybe meet up with some new hunts?
No, I'm not thinking about that whatsoever. I'm just going to think about my dance steps
You want to
instead.
have the time.
Yeah,
You want to have the
But
time.
is that kind of why it ended? Because you thought, I'm not going to have the time for this. I'm going to have to purely concentrate, potentially for the next 3 months
it does,
and longer.
Yeah, it kind of does take over your life, and I was aware of that. So yeah, I suppose it was one of the factors. But yeah, I just want to enjoy myself and concentrate more.
But no booze, no sex. You can take a boy out of the news of the world, but you can't take booze and sex ban, I think.
You're being really strict on her, aren't you?
No, it's just the nature of the show. You know, I've done this show for 7 years, and it's always the same.
But Michael and Sid are going out boozing every night.
I don't know how they do it, to be honest.
I
with
don't know
you.
how they do it. I'm 23 and I wouldn't be able to do that.
No, I don't know how they do it. You know, it needs everything. You need every brain cell and every muscle. So there's no way you can do that and do well in this show. So
I think Sid's been practicing for years.
yeah, exactly. Maybe because we don't practice. So for them, it's probably not easier.
And Dani, lots of mentions from the judges and the presenters about your size. I mean, do you mind people joking about it, or is it something obviously by this stage you're
No,
quite used to?
I don't care. I'm so used to being called small. Obviously, I'm only 5'1", and that's quite obvious. So I don't mind at all. But as long as it doesn't stop me from doing what I want to do. Yeah, every episode it might start getting a little bit boring. I do want them to kind of focus more on my dancing rather than my size. But hey, we're small. We know we are. That's fine. I'll deal with that.
You got some comments on Twitter as well, didn't you, about your weight?
Yes.
Did that upset you?
It does in a way, because obviously on the telly everyone looks bigger than they are. Now I'm a size 6, so for someone to turn around and say you're fat is kind of a bit like, well, hang on, I'm like under the average size woman, so that's ridiculous to say these things. But at the same time, it's just little girls that don't really know what they're talking about, and it's just a little bit of jealousy, so take it on the chin and move on.
Have you had any other really nasty comments or anything?
No, not really. Everyone's been really, really supportive. They love the dance on Saturday, so hopefully people will pick up the phone and vote for us this week.
Does it worry you that little girls have that sort of body image thing in their mind already?
Yeah, it does really bother me, because I don't remember being like that at school. I was never body conscious or anything. And I suppose it's kind of like magazines and stuff. They put so much pressure on it. You know, you look at these magazines and they've circled people's cellulite and stupid stuff like that. We've all got cellulite. Just deal with it. It's a normal thing, you know, and just be happy with the way you look, and then be fine.
What's your question?
Hi Dani, it's Bill here. Can I just ask you, you say you looked terrified last week. What did you find hardest, facing sort of 7, 8, 10 million people, or facing the judges?
I think it was everything, really. I think you are really aware that you are performing in front of millions of people, and there's no way you can escape that feeling. And then obviously you've got the judges staring at you as well, and it's kind of, it was only the second time I'd worn the dress and stuff like that, and I was just panicking. So yeah, nerves did completely take over. But hopefully this week I know what to expect now, so I should relax more. That's my plan anyway.
Do you think that like your following, i.e. young girls, I guess, will help you stay in the competition? Because you look at it, everyone's got a following apart from probably Richard Arnold. As much as we love him, Richard Arnold, he himself admits that. Do you think that will help you?
Yeah, I hope it will. Obviously, kids are kind of the main people that make your parents pick up and vote for people, so I'm hoping that'll be on our side. And obviously, all the grandmas love Vincent, so hopefully we've got 2 generations.
It's quite useful.
I have to confirm that, yeah.
Would you like this to help you kind of become more known as a person in adult series rather than, because it's always, you know...
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing kids telly for 11 years now. It's a really long time. That's like nearly half my life. So it would be quite nice to spread my wings and do a bit more grown-up stuff. So we'll have to see.
What would you like to do?
Do you know what? Anything. I would love to go into British films. Doctor Who's Next Assistant. That'd be perfect. Just anything really.
And how have you been getting on with the other contestants?
Oh, everyone is absolutely amazing. They're so lovely.
Oh God!
Yeah, everyone's really lovely. It's such a nice atmosphere backstage. Everyone's really supportive. It's not a competition. Everyone's just enjoying themselves, so it's nice.
Who's your favourite out of all the contestants?
I get on really well with Lisa. I spend a lot of time with her. She's such a lovely lady. Victoria's amazing. Everyone's so nice.
So you and Lisa have a lot of banter together?
Yeah, we do. We're kind of, wherever she is, I am normally, so people always know where to find us.
I see you're doing another CBBC show. And
Yeah.
Did you think about turning that down altogether and
Well,
using Strictly as a way of getting something completely different?
I got the opportunity to not only be in another show, help develop it, but also produce it.
Okay.
So at the age of 23 to be a producer is pretty cool, and I don't think I'd get that opportunity anywhere else. So I absolutely jumped at the chance to be able to do it. Always wanted to get into producing, so hopefully that might be a next step for me as well. So fingers crossed.
Because there was another project, wasn't there, in the pipeline when you signed up for Strictly, but I think I can't remember what it was called, but it stopped, and then you got Strictly.
Yeah, it's completely ridiculous. I don't know why he's blaming me, but basically there was no money in this production that we were doing. It was a really good musical. None of us had been paid, so we all walked off, and then 2 weeks later signed up to do Strictly, so it had nothing to do with me whatsoever.
So would you like to do musicals?
I'd love to do musicals. Really? I've always wanted to be in the Rocky Horror Show, so I'd love to do that. But yeah, that's where I started when I was 6. My first job was in a musical, and then I did Annie and stuff like that. So I'd love to get back into it.
Gosh, so who got you started at 6 then? Was it your mum?
It was my grandparents actually.
Really?
I think they got bored because I always used to put on shows to them in their living room. I think they got bored of watching them, so they sent me off to a theatre school instead.
And did you take to it immediately?
Yeah, I absolutely loved it. I mean, from the age of 3, I promised my mum that I would be a Hollywood actress and buy her a yacht. So I'm hoping she's not going to still hold me to that.
How close are you to buying that yacht?
Oh, I am miles off at the moment.
I
don't. My mum gets seasick though, so I don't think she'd really want a yacht. So, we'll see.
Have you had to, on your way up? Have you had to deal with quite a lot of rejection? And how?
I think everyone does in this industry. As an actor, you audition for millions and millions of jobs and you'll get 2 of them. It's just a normal thing. Sometimes it's not even about your ability, sometimes it's something ridiculous like your hair colour's wrong. So yeah, you've got to be pretty hard-skinned to do this job.
Do you think that helps with the Strictly in the way that someone like Victoria Pendleton is used to winning?
Yeah, I guess.
She seems to be struggling in a way with the not being very good at this.
Yeah.
So, does you think that helps you with the sort of when you get harsh comments or whatever?
Yeah, being an actor definitely helps because we are used to rejection, and so we are used to being criticised. So I definitely do think it helps, and also we're good at taking on criticism and trying our best to improve. So.
And I read this in the Daily Mirror. So it's probably wrong, but your outfit is going to reveal your 6 tattoos. Is that correct?
I thought you were going to say my 6-pack.
Did Vincent put you up to this? Yeah.
To be honest, I haven't seen my dress this week, but I know the one on the first week, all my tattoos were on show, so if people didn't know I had them, they definitely do now.
When did you get them done?
I got my first one when I was 15. I think I signed an autograph and got it for free, which is awful. But then I got them all. I think I must have been between like 18 and 20. So I haven't had another one for a few years. So
what did your mum and dad? What did your mum and dad say when you got?
Well, my dad is absolutely covered in tattoos,
oh,
so he was like, yes. Whereas my mum still hates them even now. Every time I mention the fact that I'm going to go and get another one, she absolutely hates it. And my sister actually went and got one last week, and she's just turned 18. She got my name tattooed on her, which is wicked. So my mum couldn't help but like that one, so that's good.
Are you a bit of a rebel?
A little bit, I think. Yeah, when you like on kids' TV and you're not allowed to do stuff, it kind of makes you want to do it just that little bit more. So yeah, I think I did rebel for a little bit.
Like hard drugs and that?
Not hard drugs, absolutely not. But a bit of tattooing is fine with me.
Did you get into trouble at school? Did you ever get detentions and things like that?
Do you know what? I got one detention in my whole time I was at school. That was for having my belly button pierced, and that was it. I think it was about 14. So yeah.
So do you encourage kids to experiment with all this stuff, body piercing and tattooing?
I don't encourage it. I just think it's a way that I like to express myself. My tattoos mean something to me. It's how I want to express myself. So, you know, when you're old enough, then you can, you know, if that's what you want to do, but think really long and hard before you get something, otherwise, because it is going to stay with you for the rest of your life.
Do you regret any of them?
No, I don't actually. Everything's got a meaning, so...
What's your favourite one?
My sister's name on my back. It's definitely one of my favourites.
What else were you not allowed to do when you were on Tracy Beaker?
Oh, all sorts. All sorts. It's the BBC, you've got loads and loads of rules, but, you know, we didn't break them too much. It was fine. We were all right. We were well behaved, really.
So have you felt the pressure of being a role model then for girls?
It is quite a big pressure, but I don't really see myself as a role model, you know. But I hope I am a good role model, minus my tattoos.